Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, I'm back, bruh. I'm back. I shoot. What's good? What's good? I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Forgot something. What's good, y'all? What's good? I had to get the grill, bruh. I had to get the Grizzy grill. Do I like to travel? Traveling is dope. Heck yeah. Yo, we about to get this podcast started. I just what's up with the audio? Audio check. Audio, adios. Yo, we about to get this started, bruh. Hooligans. Hooligan style, bruh. Alright, let's see. What do we have first on the agenda today? Um, let's see. We need to talk. So this is Hooligans Podcast episode 29. Clap it up. Clap it up. Episode 29. 29, 29. Yo, Tara, thanks for the follow. Heck yeah. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yo, so this is the Hooligans Podcast, episode 29. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We got to talk about uh, podcaster and entrepreneur Patrick Bet David. Does anybody know Patrick Bet David? Yo, what's up, Drina? How are you? How are you? What's up, Breath? What's up, Breath? Puts. Does anybody know Patrick Bet David? So, um, this is an interesting guy right here because he has a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Um, he has a lot to say, but he loves to talk about his military history. He talks about that a lot. But what he doesn't talk about a lot is his own company. He loves to talk about the past, but he doesn't like to talk about the present. So I would like to talk about what is this alleged or supposed or factually PBD Patrick Bet David company that is people helping people. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what is people helping people. Now, Becky de le Coma. This isn't too. What's good? What's good? Kick, kick, kick. Yo, because Patrick Bet David is one of the the guys who claims that hard work is how you make it in this country, and it's not from handouts from the government. What's good, Bonnie? What's good? So let's see how he makes his money. We can't we can't really take someone's word for it. You gotta do a deep dive. I don't like swimming, you feel me? Michael Phelps, bro. All right, here we go. What is people helping people company? And I kind of already know more about this. What city? Say the name and I'll vote for you. Hey, thank you, bro. I'm running for city councilman of Los Angeles, California, North Hollywood. Unfortunately, I can only get votes from people who live in the city. But I will be running for president. I will be running for president, good citizen. And that's in a long time from now. A long time from now. Oh wow, look right here. Wow, I didn't even see this. Multi-level marketing company. So PBD runs a multi-level marketing company. And for anyone who knows companies like that, the people at the top, they don't even do any work. They don't work hard. What happens is with the multi-level marketing company, well, you're not the president. That's 100% true. Not yet. So, look, man. Basically, multi-level marketing is when you have a product, say this product, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give this product to you, and if you sell, what you have to do is get people. Shoot, how do multi-level marketing companies work? Anyways, the scams. Look, people helping people. All right, no, I'm gonna be 1,000%. I'm gonna be 1,000%. Yo, what's good? Hey, what's good? What's good? What's up, Anaya? Yo, we got Ditto in here. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Ooh, ooh. Can we? Hey, yo, do you? Hey, let's get it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nah, I'm just playing. Let's go. 3 to 12. 3 to 12. We got 3 to 12. PT Nama. All right. What's up, Anaya? Thank you for coming to the live. I wanna have a formal congratulations. Where are you from? Country? Huh. Anyways, we're talking about Patrick Bet David's multi-level marketing company. Basically, the people at the top are making all the money. Now, according to the statistics, I'll show you 1,000%. Look, let's just all right, a multi-level marketing company. Let's see if I can really get this out. So, multi-level marketing. If I have a product I say, hey, I want you to sell this product to other people. But that's like regular sales, right? But in multi-level marketing, what you can also do is you can go get other people to sign up to this company to Boba Bola and if they sign up, then you get their pay you get a portion of that payment that they signed up for. So you can make money in multi-level marketing through sales or through signing people up, which at the end of the day, it's kind of that's where people will say it's a scam because it's basically a pyramid scheme. You have to keep the only way that you make money is if the person that's under you signs other people up. Because if they don't get any signups, then they're not going to be able to pay you. You know what I'm saying? So then the person that signed them up, and it only lasts for so long. How is this still lasting to this day? I don't know. I think there's a way where this it's technically legal, but but that's what it is. So it's basically the people under you keep having to get signed up, and signed up. So all the money keeps getting funneled in. And I think with most companies, it's either like a drink product, uh, cookware. But with life insurance, I think there is kind of a different. There's more of a lasting staying power with life insurance because obviously you don't stop paying that ever until it's time to dose. But anyways, thank you Naya for coming to the live. Yo, you're crushing it. I'm getting beat up. Oh, ooh. Nice though. Shout outs to Anaya. We got 6 to 43. She's crushing it. She's crushing it. Thank you, Hairstyle, for the follow. Um, yeah. So, and man, I actually respected PBD, man. I'll be 1,000%, bro. When I first heard you on, I want to say, was it Andrew Scholl's podcast or something? And you're talking about God, how looking out for your family, and you're just here because God wants you here, and you were in the army. I was like, man, this is a stand-up guy right here. But then, as I kept listening to the podcast, I started getting a not good feeling right here in my intestines, my intestinal area. It didn't feel good in there. So I was like, I don't understand this. I don't understand this at one bit. But then you had Vivek Ramaswamy, aka Civic Ramaswamy, because he wants to make people take tests. You had him on your podcast and everything clicked like a seatbelt. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, how are you supposed to tell? And look, in your company, 90% of the people aren't making more than 25K a year. So why is that? I want to know why is that? Why is there only 10% of the people making all the money? Let's see. People Helping People is the name of two different companies. One is a multi-level marketing company that markets insurance and finance related products, founded by Patrick Bet David in 2009 and currently has 11,000 licensed agents all over the USA. The other is a platform that produces content and programs to develop new connections and grow social enterprises through society, and is best known for the People Helping People podcast. All right, well, I want to know about Patrick Bet David's company. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. There has been a critical error on this. Hold up. There's no error. Hold on, man. Look. So it's a lawful LMN, MLM. So I want to be clear. Patrick Bet David's company, People Helping People, is not a scam, but it is a multi-level marketing company, which, Let's look. Let's look. What is multi-level marketing? What is multi-level marketing? And here's the thing: is a sales strategy in which products or services are sold directly to consumers using independent sales representatives. Are multi-level marketing plans legit? Also called network marketing or pyramid selling, is a controversial, see, it's a controversial marketing strategy for the sale of products or services in which the revenue of the MLM company is derived from a non-salaried workforce selling the company's products or service. So at most, it's definitely legal. Oh, thank you, Anaya. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Appreciate you coming into the live. At most, it's controversial, bro. And we like, if you've known MLM and you've done that type of stuff, I mean, I've never done this one personally, but it's definitely like, I don't know, hmm, I don't understand why don't I'm not gonna tell you why don't you push multi-level marketing then as a way to get rich in this country, but why don't you push multi-level marketing as a way to get rich in this country? Because that's not really the hard work model method. Like if I started a multi-level marketing company and I was rich off that, first of all, I mean you can say you're helping people, but life that's you're really trying to enrich yourself. Like the goal is to enrich yourself. I don't know. I can't speak for the next man, but it sounds like when you get into insurance, the goal is to enrich yourself. Insurance, uh, that's definitely pharmaceutical companies. I mean, I need to see this emailed link. I sent myself an email. Um, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. But it's just like even if PBD, even if you're a stand-up guy, have you done your research on Vivek Ramaswamy on how he got his first company started and how they lied about the data and said they did new tests, but they didn't do new tests. They submitted the same failed data for the drug. Imagine if for some unknown reason the drug would have passed. Then Ramaswamy would have willingly known put a bad drug on the market and was selling it to Americans. Is that really the type of guy that you want for president? Is that really what type of guy you want to have dinner with? That's the type of guy you want to freaking walk past the street with? Is that really the type of guy you want to freaking put on your podcast? Because this is not allegedly either. This is proof. And what the interesting thing is, I'm not sure about the legality with this, but even if it's not kosher, only 3% of these type of crimes ever get prosecuted anyways. And that brings me to my next point. Hard work is not how you get by in this country. You get by via scamming from top to bottom. I think the middle class, they're the ones who are probably living legit. But people at the bottom are scamming. They usually get caught. The people at the top are scamming. They don't get caught. They only get caught 3% of the time. That means that the people at the top, if they want to do some dirt, if they want to do some dirt, they have a 97% chance of getting away with it. So back to Patrick Bet David. Um, man, Nothing really to say there. If he voted, I would not run for him. I'll say that. All right, let's keep it moving. Um, did I say if he voted, I would not run for him, or if he ran, I would not vote for him? Micro pump. That's a good one. That's a good one. Todd with the jokes in here. Hey, no, for real. We gotta get serious, guys. We gotta get serious. The country is at stake here. Well done, medium rare steak. All right. We need to continue our conversation on white collar crime because this is going to be a staple in my debate. Just shut up and stack. Whoa, going crazy. Yo, bacana. Oh man, I can't, bruh. We need to talk about this. All right, we need to get 100 likes. Can we get 100 likes? Can we get 100 likes? I need 100 likes. I need 100 likes. I need 100. We need to talk about white collar crime, my friends, and why this is a staple in the argument of uh, the argument of hard work in this country, and also when it comes to thievery, because that's what a lot of the right is upset. The right is upset that the lower class people, primarily minorities, are stealing. I love America. I love America too, man. That's why we trying to get it together over here. But you gotta understand, there's things in this country that were done that need to be made right first. We can't just move on. Here's the thing. I mean, I can break this down easily, man. When it comes to assaults against women, right? Does any assault that happened to a woman 200 years ago mean less than an assault that happened to a woman yesterday? Does that mean less to you? Oh, why? Why does the time matter? The time shouldn't matter because the crime happened. The crime is what matters, right? I thought it's the crime that matters. So don't come here and tell me, oh, slavery happened XYZ years ago. We can just move past it because if the shoe were on the other foot and the logic, not the shoe were on the other foot. I mean, maybe, but here's the thing, the logic just doesn't make sense. You can't honestly argue that point because in other cases of offenses, the time does not matter. So why in one of the worst atrocities, like why should that logically does not make sense. How does the greatest atrocity just get looked over? Oh, but that has a time limit. Why does the greatest atrocity in this country, in this Medina, have a time limit? So white collar crime. These are financial crimes. Let's look it up. White collar crime. And now white collar crime. Federal white collar crime. Oh, here we go. This is on the FBI's website. These are non-violent, but they are not victimless. Okay? So people who commit white collar crimes, they're not violent, but they're not victimless. And I mean, here's the thing: if you came home to your house, right, and all your stuff was gone, would you be like, oh well, I mean, would you just let the guy go because he didn't hurt you? Do you think he should just get away because he didn't commit any violence against you? And you can answer that question for yourself. Me? Heck no. If someone broke into my house, stole all my things, but didn't hurt me, and I had the option to send them to jail, I would send them to jail. So I don't want there to be any miscon. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. Erica knows what's up. He needs to get his. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's and this like logically that's what needs to happen. So I don't want any misunderstandings when it comes to, oh well, there's no violence, at least it's not violent. Here's the thing: violence is a product of I mean, we can get into the spiritual aspect of it because that's where all the answers are. But if not, let's just talk about let's just play the game. Violence is truly a product of uh poverty, right? I mean, when you look at these crazy videos in these third world countries of crazy violence, nobody is like nobody is shocked, right? Like you don't see anybody shocked that there's violence happening where these countries don't have any money. If it's violent, in my opinion, why would anyone want to do that to someone else? Well, because when it comes to stealing, at least, right? And I'm talking specifically to stealing, not any other offenses. But people who steal usually do it because they don't have. Now, in white collar, in violent offenses, right? Let's say a smash and grab. Let's say, um, let's say smash and grab. Let's say I don't know, random street beatings. Um, these people are desperate. Like when you see these people in the hoods doing this type of stuff, they're not coming from good families. They're not coming from wealth, money. They're not coming from there. So there's not no either way. Stealing is wrong. You shouldn't steal, but it's like there's a reason. At least there's reason. When it comes to white collar crimes, these people who are stealing don't have any real reason to steal, and it talks about this. Look, the blah blah blah. As the leading agency investigating corporate fraud, the FBI focused efforts falsification. Here, these are examples of white collar crime: healthcare fraud, corporate fraud, money laundering, securities committees fraud. These are all like you gotta. I've been homeless and went through crazy stuff, but I never did it. I respect that actually. I respect that, and and that's true. There's a stance of people who refuse to steal even though they could have because they needed it. But there's also the other group of people now who steal because they don't have. Now, when it comes specifically to the people committing these white collar crimes, these are people who already have money. You know what I'm saying? So the reason I'm saying this, then the whole point of this conversation is that in this country, you can't get to the level that people we all want to get to, Lambos, XYZ. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying the majority of the people in this country aren't getting their Lambos and their mansions through good old fashioned hard labor. Because if we want to talk about the US specifically, money is never enough. Facts. Facts. Money is never enough. Um, well, for people who are very physical people, like this ultimately, this conversation is easier if we talked about spirituality, but it's not really grounds for that in politics yet. There was, it got taken out. So true. Too much laziness, and all that matters is attention these days. Here's the thing. Look, watch. Who owns the majority of what race owns the majority of wealth in the United States? And whenever I do talk about race, I want to first say that there's a disclaimer. Disclaimer. Whoop. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I want to talk about that I believe we're spirits first, and that's not damage control, that's the truth. But that is a personal belief, right? In this, for some reason, in politics right now, we base things off skin color, right? I mean, do we not? Are we not racist in politics? Or we what's it called? We just uh I don't know how to say it. We just basically categorize people by their skin color. And that's how all the statistics are. Skin color, race, age, height. Not too much height. Not too much height politics. Like I'll never really talk about height politics. But no, yeah, it's stupid because when it comes to the topic of spirituality, people are truly individuals. So you can never make a justification or a judgment based upon a percentage of what a race does because eh, can you can you do that actually? You could say can you? I don't know. I just think it's I think the ratios maybe they still remain true, but dang, can we show some respect for people's individuality? That's what I'm trying to say, man. Yes, you are not wrong. I worry for my mixed children every day. I pray I pray to get a time where they can be accepted. I feel you. I feel you. Dang, respect, Erica, respect. Gold or food? One is ethnicity. Well, here's the thing. Back to the whole um Katina. Um Back to the whole thing is when this scamming is done, it's art. When the scamming is done via these white collar crimes, and the reason why we got to talk about, all right, basically, look, USA Facts right here. And if you want to go to my YouTube channel, the Hooligans Podcast, uh, you could check out my web screen. I got my screen up. White people own 86% of the wealth and make up 60% of the population. So this is important to talk about. That's why I wanted to bring up the spirituality thing because now we're going to talk about race. TikTok, this is not hate speech. These are literal facts. And these are not my ideas. These are facts. This is on the usafacts.org website. So, this is an important conversation because this has to do with politics. Okay? Check this out. So, we have this statistic white people own 86% of the wealth in this country, right? How did they get that wealth? Did they get it through hard work? Well, this statistic assumes that 70% of middle-aged white people are involved in fraud, are involved in white-collar crimes. So we got 70% of the people committing the most the highest level of thievery. Let's check the money. How much money is stolen from collar crime? Every year, guys, there's 426 billion to 1.7 trillion dollars being stolen from white collar crimes, and only 3% of these crimes get prosecuted. So 97% of the time, if you want to commit some real, if you want to be a real thief, because here's the thing, doing a smash and grab, that's child's play. Going up to someone, putting a knife to them, and jacking their watch, that's child's play, bro. What are you gonna get? $20, $30, $300? If you want to make some real cheddar, you gotta commit a white collar crime and steal millions, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Oh, that's a freaking that's a more dangerous thief to me. It's estimated that 90% of white collar crimes go unreported. So, for this conversation, and this is specific, does anyone know Turning Point? True facts is in politics, race matters. It's so sad. Thank you, thank you. That's true. Yeah, blame the care actor, blame the character, not the race. No, that's what I think too. Because people are truly individuals, but it's all right. We're gonna figure this out because I'm glad that we're having this conversation. You guys, we're all us as Americans. I'm assuming you guys are Americans. Us as Americans are able to talk this out and you know come up with some solid common ground that we all agree with. Because that's all it is. It's not it. It's not even about race when it comes to. We don't need segregation. I mean, we'll talk about I'm gonna finish up this money topic because there was someone in the chat. I think it was No Alliances. Shout out to No Alliances. He was like, "Bro, you're talking too much about race, man. Why don't you talk about money?" And that actually hit home. I'm like, "Yeah, because I don't like talking about race." And truth be told, if everybody had more money, there'd be less violence, right? Because when you go into these neighborhoods who are predominantly non-melanin, there's no violence, right? Because there's money in it. But here's the thing: 70% of the time, not I won't talk about statistics, but there's also those people. Statements like that assume that those people are getting their money legally and the right way. But the statistics don't say that. You know what I'm saying? The data does not suggest that. The data suggests that people at the bottom are stealing, and there's people at the top that are stealing. If anything, it's the people in the middle who are the most honest. You speaking truth. Hey, thank you, thank you. Our schools are already segregated. Are they segregated but like for real or are they segregated like do the students just segregate themselves? Because that's kind of how it was in my high school. We kind of segregated ourselves and I don't know what to say to that. Like, but I went to high school 10 years ago. So, and that's the thing is Israel has a new program dropping warheads on foreheads. Dang, dang, that's a headline right there. That's a hot take. My overall point is that making getting to the top in this country, you do need handouts, bro. You either need to have handouts from the government, and people of color are not the first ones to have handouts from the government. It's actually non-people of color. We can get into that. We've already gotten to that. You either get a help from the government or you scam. You commit some high-level fraud. Because 30% of the 70% of the time, I don't know. Vanity too much, not know it's been 19 years since I graduated. Hey, shout out, shout out. Yeah, I freaking the our 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 schools weren't really like obviously there was no formal segregation, but it's like everybody hung out with people that look like them, but I'm sure it's not that conversation isn't as black and white as it seems, no point intended. Because 90% of the time, unless you come from a blended family like me, 90% of the time, everybody that lives together is of the same race, right? So you guys are all gonna have the same common, like, just by happenstance, you guys, since you guys live together, you guys are gonna have common interests. You guys are gonna have common things that is, you know, specific to what you are, how your experience is growing up, and that's different for every family, and it has to do with culture. It's really about culture because if you have one race that grows up in the culture of another race, they usually blend in and end up fitting in anyways, right? The race will take them in and treat them like their own. But it usually happens younger, like obviously not older. Sometimes older, but if you have, white kids, black kids, Mexicans all hanging out, but they're in the same hood, the and they grow up as from like youth, they're all gonna be pretty much homies. Cause this whole race thing does your race doesn't really matter till you're like 12, bro. Honestly. Like before you're 12, no one really cares about like your race. No, I didn't really understand that I was like race until I was like, you know, Lenny Kravitz, where you been? Yo, I've been out here, bruh. I've been out here, bruh, just like, trying to get back on it, man. I was a kid, fit in with everyone, my blended family as well. Hey, okay, okay. So you have a similar probably experience to what I have in where, well, I kind of fit in with everyone. Me, I'm kind of a loner by trade, but that's what's up. So you have already seen the full spectrum of like being a human and how like everyone can get along, of skin color not mattering because um at the end of the day it's about common interests, right? I If me and you are the same skin color but we don't have anything in common, I'm not gonna hang out with you just because you look like me. Like what kind of sense does that make, bro? Odds are, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that. Yeah, either you're cool and I got we have common interests, or you're not. I don't really care how somebody looks. So that's just my point about white collar crimes. And but you know what? From talking to people, there's reasonable people in this country, and then there's people who just are the opposite. You feel me? Like I feel like I'm a reasonable person because I don't really want anything from nobody. The only thing I wanted was to be famous, but I don't want that anymore. Like that's why I'm doing politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing: I got the fame. I was on commercials, magazines. I was on like internet, viral internet posts. I lived that life, bro. And some people get into politics to be famous, but that's not what I'm in this for because there's a way easier way to get famous if you want to get famous. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this paperwork that I got to do, that's not for fame. People don't know unless they know. Facts, facts. Thank you, thank you. I don't care either. Yeah, like, and I talk to a lot of people of different race all the time, and we have these conversations, and they agree. Do I like Hasanabi? Is that the dude that be podcasting with Ethan Klein? Nah, I don't like if he ran for office, I wouldn't vote for him in that sense. I feel like I don't really know too much of his Oh, okay, talent agent. Hey, I'm proud of you for using your platform for something good. I was a pro model and singer. Oh, what? Okay, okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, like for me, um, do you like Hassan? Cause whenever I hear him talk, he just kind of sounds like he's complaining. Like I'm sure we have some. Cause here's the thing. Comment your political party below. Comment your political party below. I'm gonna have to give him another chance just because you said that. I'll give him another chance. What's it called? Yeah, comment your political party below because I can rock with. I'm a Democrat. I can rock with Republicans though all day, bro. Because I have a lot of Republican views and values. But here's the thing, bro. The Earth and the world is headed somewhere. You feel me? We're going somewhere. We going places. And the problem with the Republican Party is that they're nationalists, whereas a Democratic Party is more. They're more on a. They more have globalist views, which it's not bad, bro. Globalism is not bad. Here's the thing. Globalism's like social media. You can deny it all you want, but at the end of the day, it's helpful. At the end of the day, everybody eventually got on social media. And this internet thing we got here, this is the globalism. This is the new world order. If you're on the internet, you're already participating. So that's why America as a country itself could never be a great again. Not in solidarity. He hits the right points of contention. Oh, we got Democrat. All right. Democratic socialism. Well, here's the thing, man. Socialism on paper, right, looks good, but then if everyone gets the thing is like if everyone gets handouts, if everyone gets the same thing, then there's no incentive to work harder. That's an argument I've heard with socialism. But also the other argument is that but if the government has the means to take care of its people, it should, right? But here's the thing is that the government is just a group of people itself. Like we talk about the government as if it's this big like giant creature. Like why isn't the government doing this? Like it's just human beings, bro. It's just a bunch of human beings. Like there is no real government. It's just human beings. Like we talk about government like it's like there's some big creature. Well, but here's the thing. What was I gonna say? Um, exactly. Like they're just people like us. Yup. It's really just a bunch of people. And what I wanted to talk about, what's it called? We need to talk about the national debt. Let's talk about national debt because debt is not a real thing. Like in life, you can't just tell the sky or the ground, "Hey, can I borrow some food and I'll pay you back?" You can't get something for nothing in real life. So the fact that US even has a debt, look, the US national debt is 33 something 694 trillion 378 billion 3 something 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 something. So this just keeps going up, right? The national debt, if you guys can go check this out, it's this big number that just keeps going up. And This wouldn't even be possible without us leaving the gold standard, because when we were on the gold standard, at least there was some sort of realistic uh, life, realistic, life aspect to our currency. You know, it was actually backed by gold, which you have to mine and it's difficult to get. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. That's what I've heard. But at least now it's not backed by anything, which allows you to go into Superman debt. Which further proving my point. How is this country even alive? Like, how is this country even have any value? Is there any value? If the US is allowed to go into debt and continue to live their life, so should every American, right? The IRS doesn't come for the IRS. So, is this ever going to get paid off? This is any Republicans in here. I need us to talk about the national debt because that's another thing. If you're not scamming, if you're not getting handouts from the government, then you're starting a business and you're probably taking yourself into debt. A lot of people in this country are have a lot of debt, and there's a way to use debt, right? You talk about good debt, like it just keeps going. Let's see what else is on the notes. Um, yeah, I mean, and also to close it up for these white collar crimes is you need power and position to even commit these crimes. Like you gotta know a little something or know somebody, be in some type of position to really steal that amount of money. What's my policy on abortion? I'm assuming because your thing says mom's against abortion. Here's the thing. Just because you're pro-choice does not mean you're pro-abortion, right? That's the problem with these wordologists. A bunch of wordologists. I'm pro-choice because I don't think that you should force someone to give birth. Like imagine, just picture this: a mom giving birth because against her will. I'm not in favor of that. I'm not in favor of abortion. Hey, what's good, bro? Yo, I'm not in favor of abortion, but I'm in favor of choices, responsible choices. What's good? Where are you from, bro? Oh shoot, we got Pakistan in the house. Let's go. What's good, man? How you feeling, bro? Play match, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it. Your invitation are off. Your invitation off. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm not sure what to do. What? Your match invitation wasn't accepted. Except you request me. I tried. It wouldn't. It says like an error too. It says couldn't send match invitation because the number of creators in live changed. I don't know what that means. Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother. Join back in. Join back in. Yeah, so I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice, but that doesn't mean I'm pro-abortion. And anyone else who is pro-choice either doesn't mean it's pro-abortion. If I am, if I think people should have the right to, drink alcohol, that doesn't mean I think people should drink alcohol. I just think people should be able to choose if they would like to drink alcohol. That doesn't mean I'm a alcoholic. That doesn't mean that just means exactly what it means. I'm for people making a choice. So I know that's a very heavy topic though. Now, if you want to get into some more conversation about that, I'm down. Because, yo, let's get to 150 likes, 150 likes, 150 likes. When do I think life begins? I think it began at the start of the universe. I'm dead serious, bro. No pun intended. Like I'm dead serious about that life began at the start of the universe. And what I mean by that is uh in the reproduction process, there is never really a life that is created. There is only a life that is alchemized or transmutated because the life is just a combination of two things that are already alive, right? So if I'm alive and the woman is alive, then this energy is never being created, right? They even say that energy isn't created or destroyed; it's just transferred, right? I'm not no science major, but shout out to Miss Rooney, R.I.P. Miss Rooney. I love you, Miss Rooney. Miss Rooney taught me that energy is not created or destroyed. So when does life begin? I mean, if life is an energy source, it doesn't begin. It's not created or destroyed. It's just transferred, right? Let's see what that is. Let's see. Energy isn't created or destroyed. Energy. Now, with that being said, the law of conservation of energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only converted from one form of energy to another. That is literally, yo, what's up, Greer? We got the political. We talking political in here, like some grown-ups, bro. This is grown-up area. um, no, we're talking about abortion. We're talking about abortion and when does life begin? But here's the thing: I think life in the reproduction process, there is no life that is created because according to the law of conservation of energy, energy isn't created nor destroyed, only converted from one form of energy to another. And that's birth, bruh. It's one form of energy. In this case, you have two being converted to another form of energy, which is the life. So, with that being said, I still think the parent should have the right to choose. I still think so because if a child is just a extension of its previous predecessor, then does death really exist? Ha 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 ha. And of course, the answers to that are found in the topic of spirituality. But America isn't mature enough for that conversation. Bunch of immaturities, not mature. America needs to grow up. America acting like a teenager. But here's the thing: if we talk about death, death doesn't exist. The body can get destroyed, but that doesn't mean that. I mean, huh, if the body's destroyed, did it die? I guess yeah. But here's the thing: I think America is divided. Yeah, America's definitely divided, but I mean, um, I heard a quote. It says, "To win the war, you need to play both sides." So the problem is that this country was founded on division. A lot of us like to, you know, not try to own up to that, but this country was founded on division. What are you talking about? Feels like a civil war is coming. I, the body could be recycled into the earth if we are buried our loved ones in the ground. That's another thing, is that technically, once the body dies, it's still a source of energy, so it's not really dead. because right, like you're seeing, that's a good point. JBZ, the body is still an energy source that is converted and consumed by the ground, and then we as a spirit, we go to wherever the whatever the crap's next. But it's just like taking off the goggles, bro. You just taking off the VR goggles. Um, what we talking about again? Who we talking about? Shouts to Chicken Little. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. All right, I want to talk uh about this Israeli and Hamas stuff because it seems like there's only one side, but it's never that simple, right? It seems like there's, I mean, two sides. It's never that simple, right? It's never that simple as he punched me. No, he punched me. As he who hit who first because I want to talk about how there is Jews protesting their own government. So right now we have Jews, Ashkenazi Jews, who are protesting other Jews, right? And there's video of it. And I want to tip my hat off to these Jews who are protesting. Oh, Jay Beezy, let's go. We're gonna talk about Netanyahu. Netanyahu's on my list, bruh. That man's on my list. You know why he's on my list? We'll talk about that. Yeah, yeah. We on the same page with that, bro. We on the same page. Um. Oh yeah. So these Jews protesting their own government, and they were getting beat up for it, bro. They're getting beat up for it. These guards beating up these Jews, bro. On their own. These Jews are beating up Jews.
Y'all better pay it.
The own. It be your own people, bro. Let me see. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? All right. So a little. Let's get into. Well, because all right, here's what I know about Netanyahu, Modest Yahoo, Yahoo.com is that I listened to the podcast with him and Lex Fridman like 4 months ago, bro, and Mans was bragging about how he has the best security, the best cyber intelligence, how they're the leading country in AI. Am I wrong? Is that not what Mans was fronting on? Mans was trying to stand on, make me sick to my stomach, fam, because you were bragging about how y'all the leaders in AI and cyber technology, but then you just had these supposed hood poor Arabs freaking Call of Duty mission fly into your fly into your raid and mess up all your people. So what the heck's going on? Why do you think Netanyahu avoids his own Israeli media? I didn't even know that. And that makes sense why he went to Lex Friedman. But I was really impressed when he was saying, "Oh, because he talks real confident. Mans is real confident in his speech, and I respected that. I took that as he was a solid guy. I was like, yo, these mans have everything. The AI, they have the technology, the security, and then they just get stomped on. That's what that key now like to me. Man, man's let me down, bro. Jay Beezy, man's let me down. They are the best, but still need help from us. But how did they get surprise attacked then? And I think their question was, oh, it was just a surprise? Nah, bro. Not if you have the best intelligence in the world. Think about it. Would that happen here in the US? Are we just gonna get paratroopered? Hope not. But if it does, at least it wasn't us bragging saying we have the best technology in the world. Our technology is still a little behind. We from the little 2000s. We still got dial up. No, I'm kind of being a little bit joking, but yeah, man. I wanted to talk about that Netanyahu. situation because I was like, yo, this actually sounds cool, and I was believing in them. But then 3 months later, they get bombed on, and none of that added up. They are the best, but still need help from us. But that's the thing is like, uh, okay, I need to talk to some Republicans, bro. What are I think? Well, JBZ said he's a Democrat. We're kind of more on the same page because it's not even Republicans and Democrats aren't like separate creatures, bro. It's just kind of like how you see how you see politics. Okay, Greer, we got a Republican. Thank you, Greer. Okay, Greer, I need your input on this. How come Republicans are as nationalist as it gets? They're all about America until it comes to Israel. Until it comes to Israel, all of a sudden Americans and Republicans want to lend a helping hand. How about you lend a helping hand to the rest of the world? Because even if it is because of religious uh motives, because a lot of Republicans are Christians, my Bible says God loved the whole world. My Bible says for God loved the whole world, not just the US and Israel. So why aren't you worried about Africa? Why aren't you worried about shoot? Why aren't you worried about India? Why aren't you worried about all these Native Americans or Mexicans whose country this rightfully is getting some help? Yo, what's up, Banana? He said, "Who's ghetto? I'm ghetto. I'm ghetto fabulous, man. You feel me? You feel me? No, I'm just playing. But that's how I feel, Greer. How do you feel about that, Greer? How do you feel? Are you a nationalist? Because here's the thing: Democrats want to help out the rest of the world, but Republicans give them crap for it until it comes to Israel. If Israel needs help, we can help them. But if anyone else needs help, no. It's all about America. Close the borders. And the thing is, we already know that this country was founded off of lies, deceit, and division. I know I'm acting over emotional. I'm acting over emotional. I think all right. I feel you, Greer. I feel you. But do you feel me where my perspective is? You know what? You're right. You're right. Let's talk about that. Their Iron Dome. You know what? When I first heard about the Iron Dome, I thought it was talking about like a real like a stadium type, but they want a big missile. They're trying to create. They just want like a big rocket launcher. Uh, Ramaswamy was like, "We need an Iron Dome." Which, anyways, anyways. Yeah, I have heard that there's division amongst in the Republican Party itself. There's you have your different sects, which not like male or female, like sectors. And I'm sure in the Democratic Party, you have your different sectors as well. That's the thing. Greer, I get that. That's a lot of people say like to bring up, well, that's happened everywhere in history. And it has, and it was wrong then. But here's the thing. We're in the United States. We're this is US politics, right? So we need to focus on the United States, right? Like I'm not concerned about what happened in India or Africa because I'm not a African politician. I'm a United States politician. So I, as a Republic, yeah, the injustice that happened here is still just as bad. Like two things can be wrong. That doesn't mean just because it happened somewhere else doesn't mean that it's okay that it happened here. Because if that's the case, I mean, are we going to use that for all crimes? Crimes have been happening uh since the beginning of time, and we don't say, well, I mean, this guy killed him, but people die, people get killed in India all the time, so let's just let this guy go. As a Republican, I don't support either Hamas or Israel, but I do still lean a bit towards Hamas. Wow, that's a great statement. I respect that. I like that. Um, that's a great statement. And here's the thing. I'm not even really concerned about Israel or Hamas, bro. As an American politician, I'm concerned with America. And I'm concerned and it has nothing to do with my skin color because I see this as a job, right? That's why I got the suit on. I'm coming in here to get some work done. Now, what happened here in this country? Why are things the way they are? That's what my job is. That's my job to figure out. That's it. Let's see. Let's see. Not another black president. Oh yeah, Cody. It's going down, brother. Arm in arm, brother. It's okay. You got 10 years, bro. You got 10. I'm not running for 10 more years, but I am running for city councilman. Yo, not another black president is actually a dope name for like a band or like an album, and I might steal that from you. So, uh, yeah, thanks for the idea. Anyways, there's injustices on all sides of the war. Everyone should be condemned for wrongs. I think Israel hides behind their privilege. It's like being white in America. I've heard I I'm not against that. Next year is going to be crazy, don't you agree? Why is it that Israel gets to say something is anti-Semitic to them, but not for Arabs? Islam is Semitic. Yo, Jay Beezy knows his history, bro. Shout outs to Jay Beezy. Shout outs to Greer. Shout outs to Cody. Shout outs to everybody in here, yo. I know these conversations are not fun. They're stressful and they honestly hurt my feelings a little bit. But it has to be talked about. Because if it's not talked about, then life just goes on, and before you know it, there's people at the top in charge who shouldn't be in charge. So let's see. Yeah, what's it called? Anti-Semitic. Yeah, Arabs fall under anti-Semitism as well. So it's like when people say anti-Semitism, it's kind of been alluded here in the U.S. that it's strictly talking about Jews, but Semitic just means is a language. It's like an area of languages, right? If I'm not mistaken. So if you're anti-Semitic, it means that you hate people who speak this who speak these certain languages who 9 times out of 10 live in a specific area. So an anti you can if you're you could be anti-Semitic and hate Muslims as well. So nothing against Israel, but we see what's going on. Hey, it's politics, of course. It's crazy and stressful. No, it is 1,000%, man, 1,000%. But it's like at the end of the day, isn't that what a job is? A crazy and stressful experience. I've worked in Hollywood. I've worked as a dishwasher. I've worked freaking. That's pretty much it. Hollywood and dishwasher. They're both stressful jobs. Now I'm trying to do politics, and it's still stressful. Washing dishes is stressful. Trying to book jobs, take plane flights is stressful, and filling out paperwork and uh, wearing this uncomfortable suit and tie is stressful. So you can't avoid it. I'm not trying to avoid stress. Hamas and Israel are both known to dislike Americans or anyone other who isn't them. Here's the thing, man. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing, cause y'all, I like y'all's opinion. And you know what? This kind of just speaks to the media into maybe the media is really just pushing what they want to push, and it's not really what people are thinking because we're having a reasonable discussion here. You know what I'm saying? There's some Republicans in here. There's some. Hey, thanks for the follow, Greg. Thanks for the follow. There's some Republicans in here. There's some Democrats in here, and we're all kind of saying the same thing. So, but here's the thing: media is a business, bro. Media is a business, so it's like even me, I understand that. And here's the thing: our generation understands clickbait the best. Like we, that's worse being in politics. You're very brave for that, man. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. For real, for real. Yeah, politics is a cold game, man. Politics is a cold game. Um, yeah, so we all know about clickbait. We all know that beef sells, right? We watched Logan Paul and Jake Paul get famous. We all watched all these YouTubers get famous using clickbaity titles and anything to get views. So, I mean, that's what, not only is that what the media's been doing, but the media does that even more now because kind of the YouTubers made it even okay to do that. Like all these hot take titles, freelance press, we the people. That's what I'm saying, bruh. For real. It's crazy, man. But we're gonna keep it pushing. I did want to say though, shout out to the Jews. This conversation started with I wanted to say shout out to the Jews who are protesting their own government, saying to stop, and they're actually getting beat up. Like I saw this dude get slammed against the gate, bruh. I was trying to find the video. Like that's respectable, bro. As a man, I gotta respect it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't say anything else other than thank you. Check this out, bro. I got the video. If you guys want to tune into my YouTube channel, you guys can watch the video. I got the live stream up on YouTube. We've been pushing. Um, what's it called? What's it called? Yeah, we're gonna wrap up this last topic, and then I gotta freaking keep it moving. I gotta keep it moving. I might be on later on tonight, but I'll definitely try to be on tomorrow. As a Republican, I have no hate or towards anyone in the other party. I respect others' opinions. Hey, shout outs to you. Thank you, bro. And you know what? I'm glad that we're having this conversation because a lot of Republicans, at least you know who Turning Point USA is? Oh, we'll just get straight to the chase. Turning Point USA is giving Republicans a bad name. I just want to say that, bro. As someone who from the other side, it's like their content is just racially charged content, and they don't offer any constructive criticism. They don't offer anything. They just like to. Oh, my bad. Do you know who? My bad, bro. Do you know who Turning Point USA is? Charlie Kirk. Yeah, haven't they said both Hamas and Israel have done horrendous things with zero proof? I don't condone what Hamas has done, but per the international law, they are not terrorists, but a resistance group. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay. And you know what? The law is actually very important. The wording and the details are important. Um, Free Palestine. Shout outs to you, Locria. Shout outs. Um, from yeah, I mean, the fact that the US is so concerned about this is concerning. You feel me? Let's keep it pushing. Um, this is the video right here I wanted to see of the Zionists. Check this out. Man, this is brutal, bro. They just slammed this guy on the ground. I want to say thank you to you guys for just. And these are guards, bruh. These are the police. Like I don't really have I have a stance because I mean the problem is if we could all just get the truth on what really happened, it would be a lot easier to see what you know who was right and who was wrong. Cause I mean at the end of the day though, this gets back to the spirituality conversation. Does right and wrong exist? Well, the U.S. Man, I need need to freaking make this crap a little brighter. Well, the U.S. has consistently been the only country to always uphold Israel. Yes, we should have never been involved in either Ukraine or the new Hamas thing. Yup, to the point where police departments will do insurgency training with the IDF. What? Our police departments? We can't back. Man, my screen is really far and the words are tiny, so I'm trying to understand. Hope everyone has a great day. Hey, uh, there we go. Ukraine because we promised them aid in return for them to stop making nuclear weapons. We can't back out from helping Ukraine because we promised them aid in return for stopping you. Ah, okay. It's this white t-shirt right here, man. It's this white t-shirt. I'm not letting you see the things. Yo, peace out, Greer. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. And you know what? With that being said, I'm actually gonna get Ghost too. Um, I'll be back on definitely tomorrow sometime. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And I hope y'all have a great rest of the day as well. And go do some push-ups too. We gotta talk about how the physical health of the Americans in this country is a disgrace. We'll talk about that later. Like and share. Hooligans.